The Spread Show.
Okay, we're ready. The 2020 draft is in the books. All the podcast and news sources have already released their terrible reviews and have not held themselves accountable to anything that they said beforehand. So we're going to do that because we went through this for about a month because there was nothing going on.
There still ain't nothing going on.
How are you handling the coronavirus?
It's okay.
You don't have it. I'm just asking in general,
yeah.
the news cycle.
Everyone seems on the news doesn't seem to be on it anymore.
I think what you have to do, I figured this out. Drink White Claw first, but you got to figure out if you want to be on the positive side or the negative side. Myself, I've chosen to go positive because I'm supposed to get married in August and then go on a honeymoon for about a week. So I need it to be good news. So I'm only following positive news at this point.
Yeah.
Any study that shows that things are going better and things are getting better and we're making advancement, I'm all in. If there's anything negative, I immediately stop looking.
So you weren't a big fan of when that Lysol and bleach injection came out?
Yeah, when that turned out to not be a cure, I stopped listening after I injected myself with bleach. So yeah, that's my advice. Also, that doesn't mean stop following instructions, but I'm trying to put some positivity out there.
I see a lot of people with masks now, which is good.
That's good, yeah. Wear a mask. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah, some people don't give a fuck.
Yeah, some people are insane.
One guy told me he was like, it's just a common cold. He said 99% survival rate. I was like, I don't know if the numbers are
That's
that
when
good.
you just look them up and down and you're like, yeah, it looks like you'll probably be one of the first to go, Chief. And then let them keep walking. So hopefully we get some good news and we get some crazy science turn that is movie worthy of, like, holy shit, we figured this out in one day somehow.
Yeah.
How did that happen? It's
Just
not gonna
give me
happen.
the vaccine, and I don't care if you put a chip in me. Fucking give it to me.
Yeah, throw a chip. I mean, you already know where my whole location, the facial recognition is everywhere. Every casino in Vegas has sold my face to Facebook and every other place this point.
I have an iPhone, so they have my Face ID.
Exactly.
So I was like, I have a bank account, so they know where I'm at.
Exactly. My phone has my location at all times. Like, you know what? You know who I am. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not a threat. Just keep taking my information, throw the chip in, and let me go do my stuff.
Yeah.
If I don't have it. If I have it, I'll stay home. No problem.
Governor of Florida, or I believe it's the governor of Florida, the mayor of Orlando said,
Yes.
by July he wants people in the crowds.
That guy is a nutcase. Him and the mayor of Las Vegas. And since when do these mayors have so much control? I mean, our babyface producer, Jimbo, he's the mayor of, he's going to be mad if I get this wrong. Is it Dixburg or Dixville? Dixburg on cities, skylines. And Dixburg, he's holding people accountable, but he's not going out there saying, we're opening this bitch up. It's not like he has that kind of power. If the governor comes in and is like, hey, no, you're not, he's going to sit down. He's going to let the people of Dixburg follow the correct directions out there. So, I don't know. The mayors are crazy. Apparently, that's the craziest demographic in government that we never knew about. Because that Las Vegas lady is a nutcase.
She just wants to open the city.
She said, open them casinos up. Let's get some money flowing in here.
Yeah, well, they lost a lot of money for March Sadness. So.
It's over. Vegas might just go away.
Just fold.
Well, we got a lot going on. There's so much to cover at this point. You've been ecstatic, orgasmic for possibly since the draft because of CeeDee Lamb, and
since
a solid Cowboys draft.
Thursday about 7.
Yeah, and you already are looking at flights to Tampa.
Yeah.
For the Super Bowl.
It's can't decide whether we're going to see the Chiefs or the Ravens there. So we'll see one of them down there.
Well, that got us into a discussion today about what cities are the best for events, and because we've seen Tampa way too many times at this point.
They're getting everything.
WrestleMania was supposed to be in Tampa this year. Yeah. Next year's Super Bowl. They've had the Super Bowl before, I'm pretty sure, multiple times. Everything's in Tampa, and I don't understand why. I get it because it's a very tourist-friendly place, much like Orlando, but it's Tampa.
But it's like the fourth best city in the state.
Ugh. So here we go. We made a list of the best and worst cities for events. Now, tier 1 here is going to be places where it's like, so like we like to go to WrestleMania. If WrestleMania was in these places, we're there. No matter what, we're going. Las Vegas,
Yeah.
Southern California,
Yes.
which is, that includes like San Diego, LA, the OC, all that stuff. Anywhere in there.
All
we're
those
in.
beaches down there.
Orlando, that one's kind of on the cusp. That's close to tier 2, but it's a pretty. We went there,
Yeah.
very solid place to have a WrestleMania or an event.
Downtown's fun.
Oh yeah, Miami, can't pass up I would not pass up Miami.
Yeah.
The chance to go and to go to WrestleMania or an event of some sort, World Cup, whatever it is.
The Rock needs to hurry up and tell them like, hey, I'm retiring one more match so they get Miami.
There you go. New Orleans. Ant has been in New Orleans. He loved it. That place is a party. You're basically there for a party, and then you get to go to one of your favorite events.
Yeah.
Sounds like a win to me.
Everyone said the WrestleManias are the best there because you literally get out of the Superdome, Silverdome. I don't know, what do they call it down there?
What Hogan called it was the Silver Dome.
Silverdome. And then you're on Bourbon Street.
Yeah. Tier 2. So these are I'm probably going to go tier. So we got San Fran. Not a huge fan of San Francisco. Myself.
Santa Clara was fun.
Yes.
San Francisco, the thought of it wasn't
San Francisco, I didn't have as much fun when I went. Ant went to a New Japan event there, and that event was cool. San Fran's cool, but it's not SoCal. Austin, Texas, very cool place, young, hip, vibrant. Dallas, we went to Dallas. That was a little too spread out and kind of flat for me.
Well, Jerry had to do he had to build the thing in Arlington for the tax breaks.
And that was cool. Like the stadium stuff's cool. That's worth it.
And somehow you got that hotel. We were literally like 200 feet, it felt like.
Yeah, that was perfect. But there's some cool stuff in Dallas. I'd go back. Seattle, I think Seattle's a very unique city, and I think that people should definitely visit. It's a cool place to visit. The homeless issue and the drug issue seems to be a hindrance at the moment, but otherwise Seattle, pretty cool. You got the Puget Sound there, lots of different attractions.
And when it's a nice day in Seattle, it's
tough to beat.
Yeah.
Phoenix, probably the best as far as weather. You got like the Waste Management Open there, which seems to be like millennial spring break now. Not millennial, well, maybe millennials in that age range, but those golf tournaments out there, that's hard to beat. Atlanta, Hotlanta. Can't beat that. Atlanta's just a cool city, I'm assuming.
Atlanta said everybody says it's the place to go.
Yeah. New Jersey, we just put on there. It's kind of a given. You have to put it on there. Yeah. Most people would put that tier 1 as a New Jersey, New York, but I'm not interested, honestly.
Yeah, it might be. I when I was younger, but it seems like just the traffic there and transportation there is just hell.
I just don't know what I would want to do there,
Shit, everything.
Nashville, on the rise, big time fun city.
Is this like the rise, like for like the NFL draft? This was the riser of going up the board.
That was good.
Like they're Joe Burrow. Like a year before the draft, no one was talking about Nashville. All of a sudden they have the draft, and all of a sudden everyone was like Nashville.
Yeah. Yep.
Even the Bachelorette people were hot about it.
Oh, seriously, yeah. No, Nashville's definitely near the top, and I could see it eventually
making the jump,
popping to tier 1.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes from here. Chicago, that's a well-established city. Lots of fun stuff to do there. Jim told us about that. He said it was a great city to visit as well, especially for the wrestling crowd.
Yeah, and I want to see Wrigley.
Yeah. New York, just that standard New York. Like it's New York, so it's got to be up there.
MSG.
Tier 3, I don't want to hear it about MSG.
I feel like we talk about this all the time.
The only MSG I want to talk about is in my food. Tier 3, you got to talk me into this one. I want to go to the event, but the city's not that much of an attraction to me. We've got Boston.
I don't want to go there.
I'm not huge on Boston. I would go, though. I think I would be closer to tier 2 on Boston. Salt Lake City, definitely a cool city. Getting a little bit better.
I feel like we fly into there all the time.
Yeah, right. Denver also a kind of in that Austin range of up and coming, cool, hip, vibrant,
fun.
St. Louis, this was one that I added on. Reached out to our buddy Lucas as well because he had been there for a couple times. I think he went to some Cardinals games, which is his favorite baseball team. But they got the Cardinals games. They've got the Blues games, and then they had the Battlehawks this year. But that city's actually really fun. There's a lot to do. Good scene downtown. Lots of bars and restaurants, attractions, casinos, tons of fun stuff. And then very close, to Chicago and a lot of other cool cities out there in the Midwest.
Yeah, Ant wasn't having it when you first said St. Louis.
Yeah, I could see why. Honestly, I would not have. I had to go there for work once, and I would not have picked that beforehand. Yeah. Portland, I just kind of put that as a shitty version of Seattle, so it's fine. I'd go to Portland.
Their nightlife's cool. You just have to know where to go.
Yeah,
we just knew where to go because my cousin lived there.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's definitely some cool spots in Portland. It's a unique city. Houston, I just put Houston because it's not Dallas, but it's not bad.
James Harden's town?
James Harden, lots of strip clubs.
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio. I like San Antonio much more than Houston. Everything that I've heard about San Antonio is how nice and the Riverwalk stuff is awesome. Yeah. A lot of cool stuff in San Antonio, from what I've heard.
A lot of margaritas.
Philly. I don't know.
No, I'm not even going to that city.
You got the history there. There's a huge sports buzz there. Seems like if you go to an event, it's going to be pretty loud and packed, probably. So I'd be interested in Philly a little bit, but not enough to absolutely have to go.
Yeah, am I going to just stay in New York and then just take the little train down for the day?
Prices on tickets have to be good for me to fly to Philly. Kansas City, I'd be interested. Barbecue?
Yeah, you can talk me into that one.
Jacksonville? No.
That's like the 5th best city in the state.
Jacksonville and Tampa are basically the same to me. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Detroit, they started off, in American history as a top-tier city. Things fell apart, and now a bunch of billionaires and huge corporations are dumping money back into Detroit. I'd say that place, it's rising, and it'd be a fun place to visit. Probably just go downtown if you're going to a game or something. Check that out.
Is Stan Van Gundy still their coach?
No.
Who's their basketball coach?
That would be Dwayne Casey.
The Dwayne Casey?
Yes, I believe they moved the Pistons downtown. From Auburn Hills.
Yeah.
No one's still going to the games. Not good. But hey, there's a lot going downtown from what I've heard.
No one wants to go see Blake?
No. I mean, you can see him on the bench in street clothes. Tier 4, probably not going to go.
Ever.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Indy. Indy gets, a little bit of a good vibe because they do have a lot of events there, and they always push to have, bigger events like WrestleMania. Yeah. I know they've been in the discussion. What is that, Lucas Oil Stadium still?
Yeah.
But no, I'm not interested in anything over there.
Was it Ben that was odd about this one?
Yeah, he was mad because they have NCAA stuff there. I don't care.
Yeah,
I wouldn't go to if there was a list of places to go on vacation, Indy would not be on that. They'd be off completely.
Yeah.
Minnesota, same thing for me. Not interested.
Cold. Brock Lesnar lives there.
Yeah, exactly. DC was close to tier 3 for me. A lot of history, a lot of museums.
Probably gonna see that all in one day, and then you have nothing to do.
The DMV, Sacramento. No, I don't know why you threw Sacramento into the chat, but
I was just trying to get all the bottom tier teams.
So weird. Columbus, no thanks.
Yeah,
I don't even like their hockey team. Baltimore, nice ballpark. Nothing else interests me. Mellow.
Ooh, the
Oklahoma City.
Thunder Alley.
Hate them. No.
Thunder Alley.
I hate in Oklahoma. Oklahoma City. No.
They got a lot of casinos.
Okay.
A lot of
that
casinos.
Would make it worth it. Buffalo. Not interested.
Maybe we'd chill with Bill's Mafia for a day.
Yeah.
And fly me into
Bill's Mafia maybe.
Fly me into New York for the night.
I realize that some of these are states and some of these are cities. We're just kind of going off of hey, what gets mentioned when they put it on the marquee. Milwaukee, no. Charlotte sounds very boring to me. in Louisville. No.
Yeah, because you always get the final list of this is where WrestleMania, this is where Royal Rumble, this is where Super Bowl is going to be down to the final 3.
Yeah.
And then you're always like, oh, this one looks good. And you're like, not that one. But then you find out, oh, the city or state's giving them a big tax break they don't have to pay.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at one more thing. Thanks for everyone that chimed in during the draft coverage on Twitter with Rich. We did a mock draft competition. Now, this was an idea proposed by Jim to, just put a little competitiveness out there. See who's doing their homework.
And Jim loves crunching numbers.
Yeah, and so we were able to create a scoring key. Jim got it all on a spreadsheet, and it's all automated. Basically, we did the first round of the draft. All of us put in who we thought the team would be at what pick, as long as the player. And then we also said, would that pick possibly be involved in a trade? So you get points if you guess the trade was going to happen or not going to happen. You get points for guessing the correct player at the right spot. And you get points for guessing the right team at the right spot. So it was pretty competitive. Rich, you were roasting asses until about the 18th pick, where I started nailing trades and players. And particularly that Eagles pick, Jalen Reagor, was a killer. That one won it all for me.
And it just sucked because I had 5, 6, 7, 8. I had the players correct, just not the correct order. I had them flip-flopped on all of them. And I was
you didn't have them right.
Well, I'll give it Carolina and Miami, you smoke screened my ass.
They did. There was a lot of smoke screens going on. So I win the giant bucket of Wingstop. It was a proud moment for me, as I never pay attention to the draft, and this year I actually paid some attention and won because I knew that some teams would trade. That's all. Ant got second, and Jim brought Spreadbot 3,000 back for last place. But Spreadbot did not pick any trades. So fun time, though. We got to do that again next year. That was a really good time. And if anyone wants that spreadsheet, let us know so you can win some money off of your friends and family next year. Let's see what else we had going on here. There's a bunch of preseason draft predictions, off season, blah blah blah. Our mock draft. Let's look at that. So here's guys that we had a 5, basically like a 5 out of 5 as far as where they're going. We had Burrow and Young saying they were locked. We also said that Okuda going to Detroit would be a lock.
Are we going to rant on Detroit now or later?
We will do that later. Here's one that I found interesting. We had the Giants taking Isaiah Simmons at 4. That did not happen. But this was early April. Yeah. We put it at a 3. And I put specifically, I remember in that podcast, and I have it noted here, Thomas, ?
Rumors are getting out. Rumors are getting out.
This was early April.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad they didn't take Isaiah Simmons.
Yeah.
We'll
get into that.
So they took Thomas. Thomas he's okay. He's good.
Man, we had Mims for Green Bay. And I put Chenault in parentheses, and they didn't either.
Well, I'm glad Green Bay did what they did.
Let's see what else So here's what we had: Cincinnati, Burrow, Washington, Young. So we got those 2 right. So let's just see how many we got right here.
And they got to remember, we did this early April.
Yes.
Like we did it, the ones the day of, way closer then.
Right. Detroit, we had trading with the Chargers for Tua. That did not happen. Simmons didn't happen. Miami did not take Herbert at 5 because they didn't have to. We got Okuda, right? Not too bad so far. Carolina, Derek Brown. Is that right?
Yep. We had Chargers taking Herbert, though, right?
No.
Who do we have them taking?
We had Miami taking Herbert.
Fucking Miami.
We had the Chargers trading down to 3. Yeah. Arizona, we had them taking Becton. No. Jacksonville, Tristan Wirfs. Who did Jacksonville take?
C.J. Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
But we got that at the end.
Cleveland, Wills. Jedrick Wills. Right?
Right on.
Perfect. And the Jets.
Taking Thomas.
Yeah.
Damn it. We just switched it. We knew what position they were taking.
Yeah. Oakland had Judy. Nope. San Fran Ruggs. Tampa Bay, we had taking Henderson.
Yeah, this was before the Brady signing, too.
Right. Denver, we had getting CD. That didn't happen, to your chagrin. Atlanta had taking Chase on.
God. Can we talk? Oh, my.
Dallas did not take Diggs. Miami did not take...
Wait, we took Diggs, pal.
Oh, wait, which Diggs? Is there only one Diggs?
There's one Diggs. We took him at pick 51.
Oh.
If CeeDee
we
Lamb,
were wrong,
if CeeDee Lamb wasn't there, they were taking Diggs or McKinney.
Jackson to Miami.
Oh, got that right on.
Boom.
We knew that was happening.
Patrick Queen to Las Vegas. Nope.
Who did they take with their second pick?
Las Vegas, they took the corner.
David Arnett. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not related to David Arquette.
Jacksonville takes we had them taking Kinlaw.
They took Chase on.
Yeah. Philly, we had taking
Jefferson?
Murray.
Kenneth Murray.
Kenneth Murray, yeah.
Glad
that didn't happen.
Glad they didn't.
Minnesota, we had taken Jefferson.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Jordan Love to New England. Nope.
Oh, New England traded back.
New Orleans, we had Higgins.
Yeah, they got the Cesar Reese.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah, now
Minnesota, what's Terrell's first name? AJ Terrell.
Yeah, he went early. They traded back and got Gladney.
And Miami, we had
Josh Jones? He fell to the third round.
Seattle did not pick.
They picked. Who do we have taking?
Yeah, sorry. I don't count that. But we'll talk about it. Baltimore, we had AJ
Epinesa.
Okay. And they did not take him. We had Tennessee taking Blacklock, Green Bay taking Mims, San Fran taking McKinney, and KC taking Bond. So,
oh God,
back end wasn't great. We got 8 picks direct. That was early though.
8 to 30. That's 25%, pal.
And
we did that without trades. Oh, we did do the fake trades.
Right. We did a couple.
Yeah, and I'm mad at the Chargers GM came out on Busted Radio and said, if the Dolphins took Herbert, we would have took Tua.
Well, there you have
Why wouldn't you literally traded your second and third round pick again to get a linebacker? Why wouldn't you just trade up to get Tua?
It's a weird move. Let's look at some props. When will CeeDee Lamb go? Over under 12.5.
We went under.
CD?
Did we go under? Where did we go?
Oh, I don't know. No. Yeah, I don't know what we actually picked, but it was over. It was 12 and a half, 110.
We must have done over because we did. We had him drafted to the Broncos.
So, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I put that as wrong. You're right. Highest number of people in the same room at 9.5 for the draft telecast.
It was over.
That was over.
Yeah. That was going to hit easy.
Ant had it at 9.5. You had it under.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Damn.
Ant had it at minus 160. Jalen Hurts, we didn't pick on this one. I think, actually we did. We said second round. He went second round at 160, right?
Yeah.
So, plus 160 for Jalen Hurts. The favorite was actually third round at plus 115.
We knew
Will any draftee be shown drinking beer? Didn't happen, I don't think. Not like you couldn't tell it was a beer.
Yeah. Well, everybody was hiding behind in the hallways and shit.
Well, you'd have to be the draftee, though.
Yeah.
We said yes at plus 250. Total dog shown. Over under 3.5. It was under.
Yeah.
Yeah, got that one wrong. Total cat shown. I don't think there was any. Under. Not until like day 2.
Yeah.
My lock that I locked in early April. Over under 4.5 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
You sure it was April? I thought it was January.
It was pretty early. Might have been March.
No, it was before the combine.
True.
So this was like in February.
Okay, even better.
You said you locked this a long time ago.
Under 4.5. It was minus 150. I said you have to do this. And then Ant scared me by saying, what are you talking about? You have to go over. And it stayed under 4.5. We got, what, 3?
4. Jordan Love. And then we didn't get one again until 53.
Yeah, so that was great. I'm glad I nailed my one lock of the draft. Very happy about that. What else do we got? The order, correct order.
We should have just did it.
Yeah, we
chickened out.
We just liked the plus 315 for Burrow, Tua, and then Chase Young. We liked that 1, 2, 3 combo for the correct order. It went Burrow, Chase, Okuda, which was plus 230.
Yeah.
That's you could have made so much money.
We just wanted the extra money.
Yeah. Good value. That's all it was. But Burrow, Chase, Tua was the favorite at minus 106. And I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, that's how it should have been.
Will any draftee experience technical difficulties? I don't think that really happened.
No, there wasn't one mistake besides Roger Goodell throwing his back out.
Blowing his back out.
Shit.
No was plus 225. Yes was minus 500. Could have came up on that one. Will any first round draftee put on the wrong hat?
I don't even think anyone put on their hat.
No, it was minus 500.
Yeah.
Who will the number one pick hug first?
Oh,
and this
yeah.
one's a big one. We said the mom has to be a lock
Yeah.
at plus 125.
And I almost said the girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, it was the dad
Damn
at
it.
plus 250 for Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow knew what he was doing.
Yeah. He's cashing in early. First receiver taken was absolutely insane.
We knew this was going to happen.
Yes. I remember you talking about it because I brought this up specifically. I was like, look, this could be a situation where you specifically pointed out that the speed and just the X factor that Henry Ruggs is really changes a lot of teams' perspective on who they should be drafting.
I was mad that he didn't run faster than the 4.27.
Right. Well, I had Jerry Jeudy. I was like, I got to play this safe at minus 115, which I hate doing. And you were right. It was Ruggs at plus 600. Holy shit, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You nailed that one. So hopefully some people got in on that.
Well, the Raiders see Tyreek Hill twice a year. They know what the speed does to it.
Yeah, and I mean, let's not forget Mark Davis is a Davis.
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy, we had him at over under 11.5. We took him under no matter what. All of us did. Sorry, me and Ant did. You weren't here, and that was minus 110. It was minus 110 either way, but that does not hit.
Yeah.
The Jets didn't want that smoke. The Giants' first pick was not even an option. It was Becton, Simmons, Wills, and Wirfs. So, weird.
Yeah.
But we had the first offensive lineman drafted. That was a huge prop. Tristan Wirfs was the favorite. Ant had him at plus 100. Becton at plus 170 was second. Wills was 400, plus 400. You nailed Thomas getting picked first for plus 1,400. That is value. Incredible value. I mean, you put $100 down, you're getting 1,400 back.
Yeah. Someone leaked it right before, like, when they talk about Simmons, they're like, don't be surprised if it's Andrew Thomas. And everyone was like, no, it's going to be the Iowa kid, Wirfs, because he's the athlete. And they're like, no. I was like, you guys don't know the guy was like, you don't know Gettleman. He's going with the safest pick possible.
Well, any draftee pop champagne didn't happen, minus 900.
God, yeah, guys, get it together, guys.
We also had the Seahawks. Are they going to go offense or defense? Win defense, minus 148.
Oh, yeah.
That was the favorite. First running back drafted, Swerve. It was not DeAndre Swift,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, or J.K. Dobbins.
Or Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, none of those guys. So that dude, was it Claude?
Clyde.
Clyde
Edwards Hill.
Not even on the damn board.
Well, it's just crazy because his sophomore year, he was with a friend. They shot somebody. But he was a fourth string running back, so it wasn't big news. But it was in self-defense, so he got dropped off of it, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, then he blew up his junior year and then declared early.
Well,
and
he shocked some people.
Now he's gonna be one of the first.
He's gonna be disgusting.
Yeah, he's gonna be one of the first players taken in fantasy football.
Third overall, we had Okuda at plus 150. Andrew Thomas over under 10.5. He was under at 115. CJ Henderson, we had over under 16.5. He was minus 135. We went with the under there. Simmons over under 6.5. And we went under at plus 110. And that was actually over. So that's That was a good. I think we won some money.
Yeah.
Mainly because that plus 1,400. So.
Yeah. And the plus 600. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy
Let's get into some picks, some grades. And I don't know if we have anything else that we need to go over. We already got the mock draft challenge done. Yeah, let's do it. So, go ahead.
It was nice being on the Zoom with you guys. Well, I was having a little baby draft party. There was 8 of us. It just seemed like a lot.
Irresponsible.
We all worked together, so it was fun. And then we were on with Radiator, you, and then our babyface producer Jim. So
it was great. That was a really fun time, and I
Yeah.
do appreciate the NFL for doing this. It was probably the most fun I've had in like 2 months. It seems like.
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool. First pick, Joe Burrow. He goes to Cincinnati. Pick grade
A plus.
A plus.
Joe Burrow's really good.
Okay.
And I
You
thought,
don't know that.
pal, I thought it's the Bengals.
Yeah.
I thought there was some like, oh hey, well they threw the smoke screen for Herbert out there. Dolphins were offering a bunch of picks. I think they said Dolphins offered 5 first-round picks.
Damn. I would have taken it.
No, you don't pass it. Probably if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a team.
That's fine. They'll get one next year.
No, it's the Bengals, and he's an Ohio kid.
I'm gonna give him an A.
I'll give him
we'll
A.
put
Okay, we could do A. And he already gave so I guess Mike Brown called him earlier in the week and was like blah blah blah. And when they were doing their Zoom calls through FaceTime or whatever, they were already going over. Joe Burrow was already giving them his top 10 plays that he wants to be designing, and he already told them like, "Hey, I want AJ Green for my rookie year."
Okay.
Guys making moves.
Yeah, sure. Whatever, Joe Burrow. They also pick up T. Higgins. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I really wanted them to get Jefferson. Like, I wanted them to find a way to make that happen. Just to add that extra comfort. Because you notice, like, when these guys... Take, for instance, last year, I think it was Rosen. I believe it was Rosen. Had, like, a teammate. It was someone that he had, like, played with before on the Dolphins. And that was the only dude he was throwing to. But the chemistry's there, and if you can make the more comfortable you can make your rookie quarterback, the better. So that would have been cool if they were able to move up and get him. But T. Higgins is a hell of a pick. So I like that a lot, too. They get Logan Wilson out of Wyoming, linebacker. They got 3 linebackers. Akeem Davis-Gaither, Marcus Bailey is a 7th rounder. But I don't know. I like that draft.
They went from old and slow on linebackers to all their players are quick and just make a ton of tackles.
Yeah.
That Logan pick, everyone, they were like, oh, Logan. Because Dallas was talking to the linebackers, and all of a sudden I was like, fuck, no, I got to look at these damn linebackers, even though we just paid one and drafted one.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this guy just makes a bunch of tackles. And then we were looking at the Brooks guy you guys pick later. I was like, wait, all these linebackers just make a shit ton of tackles.
Yeah. Because they run 500 plays a game in college now.
Yeah. Well, NFL's going that way too, pal.
Well, I don't know. I give them an A overall as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get Higgins, Burrow, and then add some guys to that defense.
They were tempted because every time they opened up every day and they had offers every day.
Yeah.
To trade back, but they were like, no, this is what we're taking.
Yeah. So.
And I think they just got they got younger and more athletic.
Right.
Because usually sometimes they draft and you're like, why would you draft him? And they're like, oh, everyone they took were sparky players.
Right. Next, Chase Young goes to Washington.
They got the best player in the draft.
His name's not Tua, brother.
About Tua can't pass a physical. Chase Young's really
I like
good.
Chase Young a lot.
I hate
He's
that
really
the Redskins got him. I
Yeah.
thought they would do something stupid and trade out. I was hoping they would.
Yeah. No, they get Chase Young. They get Antonio Gibson out of Memphis in the 3rd round.
So they got Antonio Gibson, and I was like, whoa, he was one of my favorite gadget players. And then I was like, wait, they're not going to be able to use him because it's Ron Rivera. He didn't know how to use Curtis Samuel. And now you want him to use Gibson.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Sadiq Charles from LSU, one of the many LSU players to go. He goes in round 4. Round 4, wide receiver. Antonio Gandy Golden out of Liberty, round 5.
Oh, yeah, so talking about them, we didn't talk about Trent Williams. They got a 3rd round pick for that.
Yeah, so Trent Williams goes to San Fran. Good move, I think, on both sides.
Yeah, and then Sadiq's should have been drafted higher. He just has character issues.
Trent Brown punched Richard Sherman in the face. They'll be okay. That sounds like a type of guy that
you want
Ron would like.
Yeah.
So beat someone's ass.
But he was so far past Dan Snyder that he wouldn't even sign a contract extension with them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they had a pretty solid draft.
I'll give him a B+ just because they got Chase Young.
Yeah, for sure. You don't like the other guys?
I like Gibson and what the receiver with 2 last names.
Gandy Golden.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like them, but I just don't think they'll use them correctly.
Okay.
Those are like the players like, well, we don't want Henry Ruggs. We'll get into it later, but we don't want Henry Ruggs going to the Raiders.
Right.
And this. I don't want Gibson. I was like, oh, they're not gonna know how to use him.
I'm gonna give him a B+. Actually, I'll give him a B. You're right. I don't like that running back pick. I mean, I don't think Geis is ever really gonna play.
Yeah.
I feel like he's basically out. He's just done. Like,
man, if
he
he didn't
get hurt so much.
If he didn't tear his shit up, he was gonna have 8 billion yards. AP's still running now.
Detroit keeps the pick. They go with Jeffrey Okudah. I mean, I love the player.
And they got Swift too. Okay, you go.
So I love Jeffrey Okudah. I have decided that he is my favorite player in this draft. Like, hands down, I want to stake my reputation on him. So if he sucks, then I will just have to live with it for the rest of my life because I just think he's going to be a really, really solid pro. And then if he plays his career out in like 50 different ways, more than likely he's going to be a very solid starter for like 8 to 10 years. That being said, why are you not taking Tua? You know, so we're sitting here with Matt Stafford. He's a fine quarterback. He's still probably good, but he blew his back out last year. Yeah. He's had some injury issues. He's always up and down, and he's never really done anything as far as being a winning quarterback. Like, he's a starter for sure, and probably a decent starter. Last year they were off to a good start. He was winning despite Darrell Bevell, and
Darrell Bevell was drawing up plays for him.
Yeah, so I just think at this point, I know the cap hit sucks, but if you can find a way to just get rid of him, I don't care what happens. Eat that cap because, what is it, $30 million?
32.
So $32 million this year. Next year's like 20. And then 12?
And then 6.
Oh, then 6.
That's 3 years away.
So, yeah, for 3 years, yes, there's a cap hit, but you have Tua, who's not making very much money.
Yeah.
So you're maybe paying, like, what, 37? So if you're combining those contract hits, 37, 27-ish, 29 maybe. So basically paying $30 million a year for Tua, who probably will wind up being a $35 to $40 million quarterback anyways.
But you're getting Tua for 5 years, including the 5th-year option. It was 5 years, $50 million.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Just eat the cap hit.
Like, you clearly don't care about corners. You just traded one of the best in the league and replaced him with a shitty version of him.
You traded him for a 3rd rounder. Like, you have a player. I never get. That's why I was mad about Dallas taking a corner at 16 no matter what. 17 no matter what. Why are you going to let a player walk or trade him away just to draft his replacement?
Yeah.
He's proven in the league.
Because people like that rookie cap number. It's crazy. Yeah.
I love it too, but I was like, you just can't keep, like Jacksonville, you just can't keep letting good players keep walking.
Yeah. I just think if you're the Lions, I know that they're all about win now at all times, and Matt Patricia is trying to hold on to his job. But if you get Tua, which Matt Patricia should know, a very good quarterback helps. You get him, you get rid of Stafford, you start over.
You can keep Stafford and just cut him next year.
Yeah,
true. You have Tua still for 4 more years.
Healthy. Yeah. Insane. I don't know. It crossed my mind because it's like, look, if the cap hits there, it's there. Yeah. If you got to pay for a quarterback, pay for one.
And then Ben, don't get mad. I liked their draft. I really, really liked their draft.
Ben from Detroit was pissed because he wanted Simmons.
Well, I can't blame him. And they had Swift, and they had a good draft. I like their draft.
Let's go over that really quick. They do get DeAndre Swift out of Georgia, a very good running back.
He's going to get 8 billion catches.
Julian Okwara from Notre Dame off the edge.
Yeah, he's already better than Trey Flowers.
2 guards, Jonah Jackson out of Ohio State and Logan Stenberg out of Kentucky. A receiver, Quintez Cephas out of Wisconsin. Another running back, Jason Huntley out of New Mexico State. And then 2 D linemen.
Jason Huntley's like 5'8" and blazing speed. He's their change of pace. Like, he's basically, who was the guy from Philadelphia that was like 4'2" this last year? Not Sproles. Was it Bart Scott? No.
Bart Scott.
Scott. His last name was Scott.
Okay.
Boston Scott.
Yeah, okay.
So he's just like that. He's just fast. He's a blur.
That's just weird because, like, they clearly like playing that bevel offense where they try to beat people up.
That bully ball, but then they got Swift and the New Mexico State running back. And I was like, wait. I was like, these guys are more elusive and fast.
The Okudah pick, I'm going to give them an A because Okudah's really good.
Yeah. Okara is really good too, and Swift is really good too.
Yeah, so I will give them a B in the draft.
But so I wanted to give them a higher grade, but I'll go with the B. But then you walked me through that, and I was like, wait, why aren't they just taking Tua?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait,
because I guess the main thing is if Tua turns out it's like, oh shit, he's going to be really hurt for it's not good, then you're paying Stafford and you have Tua who can't play.
But then they take a corner who they're going to trade away in 4 years anyways.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, I'm going to give him a B. I think those first 3 picks are solid. Actually, I think the first probably 5 picks, Jonah Jackson, Logan Sternberg, one of those guys will probably be decent. But I don't know that Swift fits in that system. And guards,
it's really, and they have Kerryon
draft guards. I don't know,
and they have Kerryon Johnson, so it's
yeah.
But Bevel's gonna open it up, but they have 3 good wide receivers.
Yeah, they just need Stafford to
stay
hopefully
healthy.
be healthy.
And it just sucks because Stafford's wife has the brain cancer, or is it brain cancer or tumor?
I don't recall.
She has health issues, so like I can see him doing the Andrew Luck, like, hey, I'm retiring.
Yeah, for sure.
And then all of a sudden
I don't think. It sounds, I think, from last I heard that things were going a little bit better with that, so that's good. But that's always a thing too. But then I don't know. Stafford is at this point, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Like, is he going to have that one Matt Ryan year? No, because you didn't bring in Kyle Shanahan. So, like, he's going to have probably a good season. He'll probably win 7 to 9 games. Cool.
And then I liked Stafford. Kind of grew on me. I saw a video. He was doing an interview about the draft, and then they asked him, like, hey, they always say, hey, I hear you're smart as fuck or whatever. And then he was like, okay. He's like, just give me a math problem. The guy was like, 6,738 times 5,708. And he solved it, like, in 20 minutes. He's like, oh, boom, boom, boom.
20 minutes?
No, 20 seconds.
Oh.
And then the guy, like, put it on his phone, and he's like, oh, like, you really did get it.
Look, I have nothing against Matt Stafford. Yeah. I did for a little while because people were comparing his contract and Russell Wilson's contract. I'm like, that's a joke. You have a Hall of Famer versus Matt Stafford.
Does Ben like Stafford?
Yes. Stafford has done a lot for Detroit.
Yeah, he was throwing for 5,000 yards like back-to-back years.
You don't find a lot of guys with that talent that come into Detroit, stick around, and actually give a shit.
And then stick around again.
Yeah. Andrew Thomas goes to the New York Giants.
As a Cowboys fan, A.
Okay.
He was the safest pick.
Yeah, so I don't like it. I'm giving them a C+ for that pick. What did you think?
Yeah, I'll give him a C+.
They don't know that this guy's going to turn out like to be...
He's just the safest pick. They want the safest pick.
There's no such thing as a safe pick. I mean, Chase Young is a safe pick.
Mm-hmm. We thought Clowney was a safe pick.
When you're picking top 5, there's no safe picks. Like, if you really want to say, I need impact. We don't know that Andrew Thomas is going to be able to hold up against all these pass rushers.
Yeah, I remember we thought Aaron Curry was going to be a safe pick.
Yeah, exactly. I give them a C+. That's not going to... Yeah. That's cool. I get that you're trying to help your rookie or your second-year quarterback out, but it's going to be a tackle on a bad offensive line that plays against...
But he's going to do your gimmick.
Where they switch it? Yeah, no, and that's smart. But I'm just saying he's going to have to go up against some of the top guys.
DeMarcus Ware, Derek Barnett.
Marcus Ware?
I mean, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Derek Barnett.
Chase Young?
Welcome to the division.
Yeah. Any of those guys on the Philly D-line?
Yeah, they're going to go straight at. They're going to line him up on whoever's
on. Like, you better hope he plays guard or something. There's going to be a tight end on his ass every time. That sucks for him because he's not going to get a lot of help with not a good quarterback behind him. Hopefully he can run block because that's all. It's like, look, dude, I just need you to run over the guy in front of you. And if I was doing that, then I want Becton. Honestly, I'd rather have Becton just run someone's ass over because I know he'll get the job done.
And Becton loves doing that shit. I'm so glad they didn't take Becton.
They also pick up Xavier McKinney.
I liked it.
Loved that. Matt Pert, another tackle. Try to beef up that line a little bit. Cornerback Darnay Holmes out of UCLA.
Yeah, he's like 5'8". I'm so glad they took him.
Interior offensive lineman Shane Lemieux, probably going to play guard out of Oregon.
Yeah.
That's 2 Pac-12 picks. Hate them. Cam Brown, Penn State linebacker. And then they had 4 7th-round picks, and I don't give a shit about those.
Yeah, they were none of the ones that... They were none of the players that, like, fell down that I loved.
Yeah. So, for the first pick, not super pumped.
Love McKinney pick.
I love McKinney.
Don't like anything else.
I don't know about Matt Pert. He had a 90.2 overall grade for 7th in the FBS as a pass protector and run blocker. 6'7", kind of long arms.
Yeah.
He's just not strong. So,
wow.
I'm going to give the Giants a C.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It's a Gettleman draft.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I mean...
He knocked out McKinney.
McKinney's really good. Thomas, it could be a really good draft, honestly. Like, Thomas is an average starter, and McKinney's really good. The funny thing with the McKinney thing is, like, they were kind of smart, but I don't think they knew they were being smart when they didn't pick Simmons. So they kind of get like Simmons light with McKinney. Like they get the same type of player.
But Simmons is a game changer.
Exactly.
I'm so glad that he didn't go.
Yeah.
I couldn't have the best 2 defenders in the draft go into the same team. I mean, the same division.
Yeah. Well,
I can do it.
Forget about Okuda. Yeah. Number 5, Tua Tagovailoa goes to the Dolphins. That's an A+ for me.
Yeah, it's an A+.
They didn't have to do anything to get the best quarterback.
They fucking smoke screened everybody. They smoke screened my ass. I thought they were getting Herbert. I was so hot.
Yeah.
It messed up. I would have had the first 5 picks correct on my mock draft.
He comes into a very structured staff. Ryan Fitzpatrick's there.
Josh Rosen's there. So he doesn't even have to... He won't have to play his rookie year.
Yeah, he should... I mean, he... Hopefully he does it's just health, rehab. It should be one of those NBA first pick situations like the Sixers where it's like, this guy's hurt, let's let him sit for a while.
Yeah. Was it Simmons that was saying, I think it was Simmons and SVP, I think it was? No,
Russillo?
who does he do? Russillo.
Yeah.
They were doing the pod and they were like, they always talk about like, hey, which players would you want to hang out with? And everyone always brings up Tua.
Seriously.
And then they were like, you saw his first round when he got drafted, and they were all just sitting there and no one reacted.
Yeah, Tua does not seem like someone I'd want to hang out with. But he may be like, he just seems like that Russell Wilson type of leader. I'll give him that. But if he starts more going towards the Marcus Mariota type, then no, it's game over. The health thing, I don't care. If he's the best quarterback in the draft and you think that he is that one of the most elite prospects we've seen in the last 10 years, then he should be going top 2.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm glad the Giants and Redskins passed on him.
Get
him out of the NFC.
He's gonna have a chance. Like in the AFC with a smart coaching staff, seemingly, a really maybe not a well-built roster, but a roster with a lot of guys on it.
That defense is gonna be good.
They
have like 4 corners. You're not gonna pass on them,
right?
You keep
they. I don't know. They don't have a ton of weapons though. I'm not huge.
You're not a Parker fan?
No.
But he got a, what was it, 4-year 40? Remember we said this is going to be a steal in 2 years?
Yeah.
When he's underpaid and trying to hold out?
Could be, yeah. Austin Jackson, tackle, goes 18th to Miami.
Yeah, we nailed
Could be okay.
He's 20 years old. He's super athletic, super young.
It'll be a hell of a deal to have that guy come in and be average at least. If he comes in, he's okay.
And he's going to do your gimmick. First year, he's starting the right tackle.
And you gave up Laramie Tunsil, and that guy's getting over $20 million now.
He got $22 million a year.
Terrible.
Holy hell.
Noah Igbenogany
yeah.
from Auburn.
He's their day one slot cornerback.
How? You have 85 cornerbacks on that.
Xavier Howard and Baron Jones going to be on the outside.
Okay.
No, and Igbenogany, or how you say it? That's how you
Yeah.
said it, right? He's really twitchy.
Okay.
He's good.
Interior offensive lineman, they get Robert Hunt out of Louisiana.
Mauler.
D lineman. That one's probably going to turn out
Yeah.
better in the short term than Austin Jackson.
Yeah,
But that'll be nice.
He'll be plug and play. He's just a mauler, a guard.
D lineman Raekwon Davis out of Alabama, also a second round pick.
So this guy's uber talented. Tape. He has. So I don't know what it is. He played for Nick Saban. After his freshman year, he would have been a top 10 pick, and then after his sophomore year, you're like, okay, first edge, borderline first rounder, and then after his junior year, you're like, I don't know what I have. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know what.
They saw Alabama and defensive lineman, and they went for it.
He's like 6'7", like 320 pounds. He's a monster, but you're just like,
I think with the talent they have on defense, it's just like, okay, how can we make this guy successful? If they can do that, there you go.
and then okay, I'll give him a better grade because Brian Flores is not gonna let him fucking slack.
Right. We also have safety Brandon Jones out of Texas.
Yeah.
Terrible pick.
I thought
That
he
guy
was
is
gonna
not
be. I thought he was gonna be so good. He was so hyped up. I remember watching his highlight tapes. I was like, this guy's gonna be so good.
And now it's all mostly low light tapes because you can't do anything. Another offensive lineman, Solomon Kindley out of Georgia. They added some decent stuff. They had a lot of picks.
They traded for Matt Breida.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate.
They traded Breida for Kenyon Drake.
Yeah. I like that draft a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Tua, which is huge, and then if you think that corner's going to be able to start, and then you get a couple decent.
No, they got Hunt
linemen.
and they have two rookie starters on the line already.
I'll give them an A.
I'm giving them 8. Anytime you get a quarterback of the future, it's an A.
Yeah. Chargers, they get Justin Herbert. That is a D+ for me.
Can you talk me into Justin Herbert?
No, absolutely not. He's bad.
He's Tannehill, Mariota combined, right?
He's Rosen, maybe.
I don't like.
Rosen Goff.
So he doesn't have the offensive line that he had at Oregon, but he has way better weapons.
I don't care. He doesn't make.
Oh yeah, remember he doesn't have
throws.
the accurate throws.
Yeah. I don't even I feel like his arm isn't that great in general. Every aspect, I don't care. I know that people say he has arm talent. I don't know.
Is he too tall?
He's too tall. Also, he's Brock Osweiler, 2.0. Hate that the Chargers did it. It did not. Do you agree with a D+ there?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
They traded up for Kenneth Murray, but you gave up your second and third round pick.
I mean, at that point, like this was their thing. We need a quarterback. What? Then go get a quarterback. Go get Cameron Jameis.
Go trade up.
Yeah. Oh, trade up.
Literally, if they trade up to 3, they always
Yeah.
had to give up their third round pick, who they traded up for a linebacker anyways.
Your team is ready to make a Super Bowl run. You don't bring Justin Herbert in. This kid is going to get his ass kicked, and he's going to be out of the league in 4 years. Kenneth Murray,
Solid.
not a great pick, but
He's not my first linebacker off the board.
I like Kenneth Murray a lot, and I think that he's not going to have to do a whole lot on this defense. That's for damn sure.
God.
He's basically just going to be asked to come in and play and do your job, and you don't have to do anything spectacular because that's what everyone else is doing. So I like the pick. Joshua Kelly out of UCLA.
Yeah. He's okay. I like the other running backs better.
What about Joe Reed or KJ Hill?
KJ Hill was a steal. He's the Ohio State's leading. He has injury issues. He's Ohio State's leader in most receptions in school history. He's going to immediately start for them in the slot in the come out of the 7th round. He was their best pick.
So, okay, that's cool, and that's 7th round.
Yeah. I don't know how he should have been drafted like the 4th.
Another injured receiver. That's just what the Chargers need.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see who we got next. We've got. What do you give the Chargers overall? I give them like a C plus.
C plus, yeah. I like KJ Hill.
I mean, that team had so much potential to add to a potentially tough playoff out team. So, Derek Brown goes to Carolina. He is the seventh pick. Derek Brown, love that pick. It's a very Carolina pick for the Ron Rivera era. I don't know about now, but I'll take him. It's an A from me. I think Derek Brown's just really good.
They win at 7. It's a steal. All 7 picks that they had went defense. He knew what he's doing.
They have an offensive coach, right?
Yeah, Matt Rule. And then all the defenders outside Derek Brown, he picked spark guys, athletes, speed. So I can't really blame them. They got what line D end did they get?
Let me check.
They got Gross Matos, right?
Carolina Panthers. They got get Gross Matos
to pair with Artie Burns from last year.
Yeah, they get Jeremy Chin from SIU, safety, cornerback Troy Pride Jr., Notre Dame.
Oh, I love Troy Pride Jr. I don't know how he fell so far.
Yeah, so they went defense, and if they can bulk that defense up, help Teddy and CMC get some shit together, Curtis Samuel.
I don't like you disrespecting MVPJ like that.
Maybe PJ Walker, who knows. I'll give them a B.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I like Gross Matos that much, honestly.
They got him like at 40. He's fine. He's fine. At that pick, I didn't want him at 17.
Okay.
Or 27.
Yeah. Definitely second round. That's probably that. Okay, that probably justifies the B thing.
Yeah.
Isaiah Simmons falls to Arizona.
I already want to give them an F because the defensive coordinator Vance Joseph already said he's gonna be a linebacker. Not gonna play corner, not gonna play safety. I was like, put on the fucking tape. Use him the same way Clemson used him. It's not
Why
hard.
would you even say that? Just like, we're going to use him the best way possible.
I don't get it. Because it got to be my way or the highway.
That's exact. So this is what people were worried about, because when we were seeing Isaiah Simmons slip for whatever reason, we were like, okay, teams are saying they don't know how to use him. It's like, well, then you're probably going to get fired in a few years for being a dumbass coach at this point. Josh Jones, they also pick him up as a steal, I feel like, in round 3, 72nd pick.
You forgot about the second best pick. You forgot about the best pick in the second round.
Picking up DeAndre Hopkins. I agree. They get Lekai Fotu out of Utah. Rashard Lawrence out of LSU, 2 D linemen.
Yeah, they picked up just fucking these 300-pound monsters in the middle. So I was like, good luck trying to run on them with Chandler Jones on the outside.
Yeah. This defense could be pretty awesome.
And then Simmons is going to be fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Getting Simmons, for me, is huge, and I think Josh Jones is a steal. And then, obviously, the Hopkins thing, I'm going to give them an A.
I'm giving them an A. And then they got Buda Baker back. Oh, God.
Yeah. C.J. Henderson goes to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville drafted well.
Yeah, I would say so. It just is alarming to me that...
Shitty owner.
Yes, that Shad Khan and Tony Khan. Here's the problem, man. Like, that team had something. They had...
they were a quarterback away from...
They had that Seahawks level grit that you need on defense to be able to play with a run style, that strong power run style game. And yeah, they needed a quarterback. And they just blew the fucking team up. Like, that was one of the most gifted young defenses people have seen in a long time. And they gave up.
They added the free agents there. It was... They scored 51 on the Steelers in the fucking playoffs. Yeah. And then now they're left with... Literally, they only have Miles Jack left from that whole defense.
It's absolutely disgusting. I can't knowingly give them an A, knowing that they blew up their core of a possible, like, Super Bowl team.
They couldn't get Telvin Smith to hang together.
Well, Telvin's having some issues.
That's what I'm saying. They couldn't rein him in. They couldn't keep Ramsey happy.
No.
They had Dante Fowler.
Oh
my God, their team was fucking stacked.
And they had a lot of the holdovers, a lot of those Seahawks guys too. When Gus was there, but you bring in Tom Coughlin, who just ruins every relationship you can have with your players. Are you just getting rid of all these guys, man? that was a huge mistake. And now it's like, hey, let's rebuild and try to do it again. This draft was good. They get C.J. Henderson. I'm not a huge fan of C.J. Henderson, but
He's shut down, but he won't tackle. He's
yeah,
Marcus Peters.
I don't.
Marcus Peters.
It's too high. Way too high.
At 9?
Yeah, too high for me. 9? He's 9. He's a top 10 player in this draft, is what you're telling me? No. So what
He's
are we
top
doing?
at 16, 15, 16, 17, and I
20.
love it.
Okay.
Yeah, but not.
This is
9.
too high for C.J. Henderson. I'm going to give them a B.
Oh,
B.
Jason's good. Chenault's good. Okay, you can go. Yeah, we can give him a B because
No, I'm saying just for C.J. Henderson.
C.J. Henderson.
What do you give that pick?
At 9? I don't know. They should have gone receiver.
Yeah.
They should have gone Jerry.
So, I mean, how good do you think he is?
Who's C.J. Henderson?
Yeah.
He got beat a lot.
So, you think he's a B?
B, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give it a B. Overall, yeah, they get Chase on in round 1 as
At
well.
20 was a fucking steal.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I think he could be really good, and if they can develop
They have the guy I didn't like last year that they took out of Auburn.
Josh
Allen.
Yeah, really
No,
solid.
was it Buffalo or Auburn?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where he came out.
Josh Allen.
I love Josh Allen.
No, I didn't like him.
I did not
and
like
then
him as well.
Ant talked me into it. Ant loved him.
Really?
And he talked me into it. And then his rookie year, I was like, oh, this guy's really, really,
Yeah,
really good.
if those two guys are coming off the edge, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck again with the Jacksonville defense. And if Henderson can be good, holy shit.
Yeah.
Watch out. They might be rebuilding this thing. I love Chenault. Chenault out of Colorado at wide receiver, round 2.
Yeah.
Good value.
No, it's great value because Chenault led the NCAA in missed tackles.
Mm-hmm.
And Gardner Minshew's best. He's one of the best quarterbacks in 9 yards or less.
Yeah.
And so there's going to do a bunch of dump offs to him.
Yeah.
And he's just going to break tackles.
They had a shit ton of picks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But also, I
9,
remember their
10.
first 3 I just loved.
They had like 12 picks.
Yeah.
They get Devon Hamilton out of Ohio State,
State.
a D lineman. Ben Barch out of St. John's. Josiah Scott, Michigan State. Shaq Quarterman out of Miami. They
They got a bunch of players.
I like their draft a lot. I have to give them.
B plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them B plus.
Yeah.
It would be an A if I knew that they knew how to take care of their players. Cleveland goes Jedrick Wills.
I hate to say, but Cleveland killed this draft.
They absolutely did, yeah. On paper, yeah. Cleveland can win things on paper, brother.
They're the best paper champs of all time.
Yeah.
Jedrick Willis at 10. He's the second best tackle, and they got him at the second best tackle. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pick for Cleveland. Like, they have a lot of talent. So I don't know.
They went from 2 guys I didn't know to now they have Conklin and Willis.
Yeah.
And they're blocking for Chubb and Kareem. They have 8 tight ends.
Yep.
They have OBJ, Landry. Baker has no excuses. Like, Baker should literally be doing nothing but crunches from now.
Well, hopefully Stefanski can get Baker in a system that he's comfortable with that doesn't have him risking the ball down the field. Whether that means
if he can't throw to Hooper, Njoku, and Austin Bryant, I don't know what to tell him.
Yeah. Grant Delpit also goes to the Browns.
God, what pick was like 44?
Yes, 44.
Good Lord, I wanted him to drop to 51.
Do they have Peppers?
No, they traded Peppers to the
Giants. Yeah. Okay.
They have a veteran back there.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I like Grant Delpit. Jordan Elliott from Missouri, D lineman. Jacob Phillips, also from LSU, round 3.
Jordan Phillips is good. He was at Texas. Character issues.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, 6th round.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were going over this. I was like, how is Donovan Peoples-Jones? I said, who was it? Porsche. And then the other one was the guy that went to
Ohio State.
Tyler Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
He went to Tampa.
So,
but they're slow and can't get open.
Jedrick Wills, I don't know. I'm going to give it a B. Like I said, it's a top 10 guy that's a tackle.
He's really good, though.
I hope so. I'm going to give it a 10. I
I
heard that.
I don't like Thomas or Wirfs, so.
Okay. I heard that, guys like James Carpenter and Russell Okung.
Russell Okung was played the Super Bowl.
They're okay.
Super Bowl champ?
I will give the Cleveland Browns an A-.
And they got another tight. They have too many tight ends.
Bryant, yeah.
God.
The Jets go Mekhi Becton.
Can I give this draft an A?
What do you give Becton?
An
Oh,
A.
you're
They got the
giving-
best offensive tackle at 11.
So we're on with Radiator Horse 69, a Jets fan. He specifically stated the guys that he wanted. We would have been fine with the trade as well. Becton was not on that list. He was a little disappointed. They had every receiver available to them at this point. Is there a world where they could have traded back, maybe to Tampa or Denver?
Tampa
or San Fran?
Tampa would have taken Becton in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, I love Becton. I don't really like any offensive line, but if I'm going to get one, it's got to be a freak, a guy that's just
6'8", 350.
Yeah,
5 second 40.
I'm going to take a flyer. If I'm going to pick an offensive lineman, give me the flashiest one.
You put on the tape, he just loves run block. Le'Veon Bell. They're just going to run Le'Veon Bell to 26.
Yeah.
Dive.
Grant Del, or sorry, not Del, God damn it.
Becton.
Yeah, Becton. I was talking about their receiver. Denzel Mims goes second. Second round for
this
them.
man should have been a first. And they traded back and got more picks.
Yep. I believe with the Seahawks, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's a great pick. Get some help for Darnold. Their receivers over the last 2 years are gross.
Yeah.
Ashton Davis out of California. I'm not a huge fan.
What? He's Earl Thomas Light.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's not.
Pal, if he was 6 foot, he would have been drafted in the first round.
Well, he's not 6 foot.
Yeah, but put on the tape, he's good. He's fast as fuck.
Okay. I don't care. He's not that good. He won't play.
Mm-hmm.
Jabari Zuniga.
Oh my! Another player with character issues, but can get after the quarterback.
Out of Florida. I don't trust Florida guys.
They picked the.
But this guy's a freak athlete.
Yeah, they picked Polite last year, and now he's out of the league.
Yeah. LaMichael P. Ryan, running
Yeah.
back out of Florida as well.
I
They
would've-
really got to figure out this Florida
They
thing.
should have gone with a different running back, but I love their first 3 picks.
They got some decent players. I will give them for the Jets. This
It's
is
an
a good
A.
draft. An A? I don't think so.
For the Jets, it's an A.
Yes, but overall in this draft, I'm giving them a B plus.
If they would have gone Wirfs, I would have been like, "You guys are idiots."
I'm giving them a B plus.
We will do an A minus then.
God damn. You're
Okay,
saying
we'll
they
go
had a good as
Becton.
good as
Mims.
Cleveland?
Yeah, Becton's the best the offensive tackle.
We don't know that. I mean, okay.
Put
All
on
right.
put on the tape.
I'll put an A minus down. Henry Ruggs goes to the Las Vegas Raiders.
The one team we didn't want him to go
The
to.
shocker. Yeah, they can't use him right. I'm not saying they won't use him right. They can't. They physically cannot use him the right way because of the quarterbacks they have. So R.I.P. to this guy's career. I really like that kid.
It was
He was
nice
my
though.
favorite.
Don't gamble too much in Vegas. Ruggs.
Yeah, I just hope to see him in Vegas. Like
he was
when I'm out there.
he was in a fucking Old Spice road.
Love that pick, but I don't love it. So I'm going to give that a C plus because they got a good player, but it doesn't make sense.
And then they got Arnett. Ugh.
Then they get Damon Arnett. The Raiders do this though. Last year they killed the draft, you know, and they get Damon Arnett way too early, but it's because they just like the guy.
He's
but
really, really solid.
here's the problem: he wasn't even covering the top guys on the field.
Yeah, because the other 2 corners are better than him.
Yes, because Jeffrey Okuda was shutting down everyone else.
And then they had the guy that went back. I want to say his last name Smith.
So Damon Arnett, probably a good player, but I don't.
He went like a 4.5. Oh.
I'm not saying
Tyreek Hill's already
Look,
given.
he could be a solid. He could be a starter, but this is the thing, man. I get it. There's teams out there like the Seahawks. There's like, look, we like this guy. We're going to get him, but it doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't try it. You didn't move back.
But when you look at the Seahawks, usually they get freak athletes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's like, hey, this is the guy we want, and we know he's probably not going till the second round or whatever. You really can't trade back a couple spots. The Jets managed to do it in the second round.
Mike Mayock refuses to trade back.
You have to do that. Like if you got to give yourself a chance to go get another guy. They did it last year. They didn't. It keeps happening.
Yeah.
You have to give yourself a chance to get more picks. This seems like a very, very easy time. There's teams like New England that possibly could have been looking at a quarterback that early if they were able to move up. You have San Fran that was interested in trades, obviously.
They traded
Green
up
Bay.
anyways,
Yeah. So what the hell? Why can't you move down 5 spots? He's not going.
And why would you do smoke screens? You're gonna take Jordan Love. Green Bay would have came up then.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they really understand the trade process.
Just take the best player available.
So they got their guys. They get Lynn Bowden out of Kentucky.
Oh God, I literally one of my favorite players going to the wrong system. Well, good.
Maybe they're changing their system.
But no, man, you can't change your system when you have a bad quarterback.
Yeah. Mariota, he's played in that fast-paced gimmick offense.
Can't throw the ball down the field.
Brian Edwards, South Carolina.
Brian Edwards would have been a top 40 pick if he didn't break his foot at
South Carolina.
Yeah.
South Kakalaki.
He's really, really, really good.
Well, you never know. Did you like any of their other guys? Tanner Muse, John Simpson, Amik Robertson.
Tanner Muse is insane. Amik Robertson's really, really good. He just happens to be 5'8", so he's going to get bullied.
PFF put Amik Robertson is a dog.
Yeah, he is. No, but the only problem is he's 5'8".
Oh. He plays like he's 6'10".
he fights for the ball.
I like Amik Robertson better than Damon Arnett.
No, he is. Amik Robertson was a steal. The only problem is he's 5'8", so they're just gonna play bully. They're gonna play bully ball on his ass.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna bully some people at the fucking line.
Oh no, he is going to. He plays like they said he's 6'10".
Yeah.
He's super handsy, super everything, gonna get your hands on you, but he just happens to be 5'8".
I'm gonna give them a B-, only because I'm scared that these guys are gonna work out and they're gonna have
And then the Clemson safety is a freak athlete.
Tanner Muse.
Muse, correct.
Yeah, who might play linebacker.
Yeah, they're just drafting athletes outside of Arnett.
Tristan Wirfs goes to Tampa Bay.
The Niners suckered these guys in for a third-round pick.
What do you mean?
Because they knew Joe Staley was retiring.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay heard Joe Staley's retiring. And can you take a wild guess who will leak that?
Gronk.
San Francisco. So they moved up one spot because they thought San Francisco would take Tristan Wirfs to replace him. But San Francisco knew what they were doing because they already had talks with Trent Williams coming in anyways.
They pick up Wirfs, who, what do you give that pick? Just
at 13, that's good. He's a top 10 player.
B,
yeah.
Okay. And then you get Antoine Winfield Jr., second round.
Damn dog on
Big
defense.
fan of him.
But he happens to be. Why can't these guys just give him a little 2 inches?
He ran a 4.45 at the combine. Tyler Johnson,
steal
at 161.
Yeah,
a round 5 pick.
Character issues.
Not with Tom Brady there, brother.
Yeah, no separation. So all these guys I like Tyler Johnson, Devin Peoples-Jones, and then Colin Johnson from Texas, catch everything. They just can't get open. They have no athletic ability. Well, Devin Peoples-Jones can, but the other two can't get open. They don't have fast 40s.
I don't know about that, brother. Johnson generates separation at one of the highest rates in the draft class.
I played in Minnesota.
Okay.
There's also a reason why he dropped to the 5th round.
Okay.
Love him though. Great fit there. Doesn't have to start. Doesn't have to play early.
I'm just gonna give these guys an A-.
Yeah.
Honestly, across the board, those are all really solid enough picks to be able to contribute.
Yeah, and they got Brady and Gronk, so might as well give it A+.
Javon Kinlaw, San Fran.
Is it too early to say D?
Wow. Look, I don't like this guy either.
I didn't like the drafts.
Oh, okay. What do you give Kinlaw?
I don't get why.
What do you give the Kinlaw pick?
I don't know if I got to see his medical. I give it a C+.
Okay, I'll agree with that because I don't really like him.
I don't like him. Why are you going to trade a guy who you know is really, really, really good?
Yeah.
And DeForest Buckner.
Can't pay him.
Okay, but you'll sit here and pay Amik Armstead.
Maybe they think
when
he's
you already have D Ford and you already have Nick Bosa.
Cool.
Why don't you just trade Eric Armstead, pay DeForest Buckner?
I don't know, man. But they get Javon Kinlaw at 14. And,
so it's the same thing with the Lions. Why do you let someone go away just to draft his replacement?
Right. I agree.
When you also traded for D Ford, but now D Ford's on the block when you just gave a second-round pick for him and you paid him $85 million.
Yeah, I don't know. That's baffling. It's at times. I love Brandon Ayuk out of Arizona State for this team specifically.
Oh God,
this is a team that We talked about earlier teams that don't draft people for their own scheme. They just get a guy.
Yeah.
These guys are like, this guy fits our system perfectly. We're going to get him. You put him next to Kittle
Debo
and next to Debo.
and all those fucking running
You're not
backs.
tackling anybody. No one's getting tackled on the field.
If you miss one tackle, they're gone.
Yeah, and they will make you miss one.
Sucks.
Those three guys, like those guys are going to make you miss a tackle.
Yeah.
Don't really care about anyone else that they draft.
Yeah, they didn't. I like Brandon Ayuk. I didn't like the rest of their draft.
Yeah, I'll give them a B
And
minus.
okay, I'll give them B plus. They got Trent Williams for a third rounder.
Yes, correct. B minus. So
B minus. Yeah,
that's
we go B
pretty
minus.
solid.
I just didn't like the Kinlaw trading up just to trade back.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's wrap up this portion of our grading, and we'll do a part 2 to cap the rest of this.